Chris Jones is one of the best defensive linemen in the league. And with this contract makes him the highest paid defensive lineman in football. Now, do I think he's the best defensive lineman in football? No. I still think Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence, Quentin Williams are better than him. Not by much. It's close. But Chris Jones is a winner. He's a winner. He's won Super Bowls. He was a part of those top-end defenses for the last 2 seasons. He's the reason why the Chiefs won back-to-back championships. He's the reason why last year, and I say last year because the season is over, last year, the Kansas City Chiefs were a top 5 defense. It was because of Chris Jones. Now, I do not believe if I was a GM of an organization with a 31, 32-year-old defensive lineman, I would have paid him this kind of money. This is Von Miller money. Look at where Buffalo is now this offseason. They lost all of their secondary. Every single one of their secondary starters. They lost a center, their best center on the roster. They release him. He goes elsewhere. Their team is depleted because they couldn't pay anybody this offseason because they overpaid for Von Miller. Von Miller even took a cut this offseason. So the Buffalo Bills can save some money so they can move some of that money into players that are not on the roster that they're going to have to bring in because they're going to lose players because they had no money in their cap. Paying Jones this kind of money puts them in salary hell. You know why? Because now Travis Kelce just got money. Chris Jones just got money. And Patrick Mahomes just got money. That's 3 players, guys. There's no way in hell they're going to pay Snead. So they're going to have to move him. I don't care if they franchise him. They franchise him because they want to pick from it. Something the Jets should have learned from the Kansas City Chiefs when they let Huff go to the Eagles. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You look at where Kansas City is this year, when this team starts to age, and this whole defense will age eventually in the next 2 years, what are they going to do with that contract? Is he going to retire? He's not going to retire. So you're stuck on that contract. You're stuck on Travis Kelce's contract. And by the way, if Kelce retires, it's still part of the cap the next year. So then you have a year where you're trying to fit this guy in and fit that guy in and fit this guy in and draft this guy and hope that Patrick Mahomes is going to keep it afloat. It doesn't work like that. And Patrick Mahomes is sensational. He's the best player right now in the NFL. There's no question that he is. He is a fantastic talent. We know that he can win with anything on his roster. We've seen it already. But there's just so much he can do. It wasn't just because of Patrick Mahomes and why they won a Super Bowl this year. Their defense was amazing. It was amazing. Spagnuolo will have a coaching interview next year. No question. He's won 4 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowls with Kansas City, 1 with the New York Giants. If no team gives him an interview, shame on you. The Chiefs sitting here today, they have a chance to be a 3-peated team in NFL history. No team has ever done that. No team. And if they do that, not only are they the franchise of the decade, they could be one of the greatest franchise football teams of all time. And Andy Reid, to me, will solidify himself maybe even better than Bill Belichick if he wins 3 in a row.